you spent your 20s going to comedy clubs and, building a career. So I'm spending my 20s there. And, well, it's one of those things where it's like, well, this isn't my dream. This isn't what I wanted to do, working at a video store for years. I wanted to actually make movies. It's not my dream, what I'm doing. But it's dream adjacent. It's close to my dream. It's close to my dream. I get to watch movies all fucking day. I get to talk about movies all fucking day. I don't have to work at a pizza parlor. I'm not delivering pizzas. I'm not busting ass as a bartender. I'm not busting ass doing menial jobs. I mean, this is the kind of job I'd do if I'd go to the store if I wasn't paid to go to the store. So it's like, but for a couple of years, it did put me to sleep. It did kind of put me to sleep. It put my ambitions to sleep for a little bit because I was happy enough.
Yeah.
I was happy enough. And just like one of these days,
Right, but you didn't have the fire.
I didn't have the fire. And when I eventually got the fire back again, and it was a life-changing thing. It was a life-changing day. It was, we had a buddy of ours named Steve-O.
Yeah.
And he was one, we had different living arrangements, and at one point in time, me and Steve-O were living in the same house together, renting in the back towards the back of the store.
The dude house.
Yeah, it was where everyone would hang out. And but now Steve-O was older than the rest of us, so he was about almost 5 years older than us, but he didn't seem like it. He was a young guy.
Yeah, 5 years younger mentally.
Yeah.
Or emotionally.
Yeah. And but. So he hits 30, and he starts changing. He starts changing drastically. He was one of the funniest guys I ever knew, and he was this really, really funny stoner dude, and really cool. And all of a sudden, he's angry about things, and now he's not quite as funny, and now he's got this issue. And so we're roommates, and there's this one night that he's kind of he's kind of disgusted with his life, and he starts ranting, and he's describing a situation that was very common if you were a kid growing up without a degree or anything in the 80s, especially in California, where it's you can't get any really good jobs, but you can work at Licorice Pizza. And if you're an okay employee, you could work at Licorice Pizza for a couple of years, and maybe you could even become assistant manager or a manager, and maybe they send you to another store, and maybe you work there for 3 years, and that's really great. But then, all of a sudden, the district manager doesn't like you. You run afoul of somebody higher up in corporate, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're fired and you're out in the street.
Again, it's manager